in, chat. Happy Monday night, everybody. Welcome back to the Underachievers live stream pregame for Monday Night Football. Kenz, Adam, and our special guest,
oh, hi.
Sia.
What's up, everybody?
Boots on ground, Sia. I know a lot of you weren't expecting that. What a pleasant surprise. Mikey did go home for Christmas, but don't worry. We got our boots on ground, and we're holding it down.
On ground. Those boots go really high up, if you were wondering. They are literally at the thigh level.
Yes.
You didn't see it behind the scenes because the camera was moving, but that was the coolest thing in the world that Janita just pulled out. That camera was literally 15 feet in the air, and she pulled that shit right back down. Shout out Janita.
Shout out the back of the rim, huh? We got Niners at the Colts. Some playoff implications, if you would. Niners were 5.5-point favorites, now down to 4.5-point favorites. A lot of us in this room like some Colts players, maybe not the full game. We will be talking about the Colts today. We have a same-game parlay coming up. We got anytime touchdown scores, first touchdown scores, some props, just some cute little sprinkle props for you over at home.
Yep.
Welcome back. Welcome in. If you haven't been here before, chat, Merry Christmas.
Merry Chrysler.
This is the last live stream before Christmas.
Oh.
And let's go in to the holiday season with a little bit of coin in our pocket, shall we? All right, Sia. Let's talk high level.
Sia, I just want to take a moment.
We have an adult in the room to tell us high level football.
And I just want to speak on the adult in the room because if you're like me, you just can't unsee how much effort this man has put into arm day over the years. And it is
glamour muscle time.
So impressive.
It's great to see in person.
Because this is what it looks like when you say, it's
IRL.
a new year, new me. I'm going to get in the gym. Sia's just said, I've been in the fucking gym. So I just want to appreciate those guys.
Sia looks at the people that show up to the gym in January and it's like, dude, you're just taking up my space.
Yeah, I've been here.
Get out of here.
I haven't seen you. You're brand new. You're not going to last a month here.
It's in all honesty, though, thank you. It's all glamour muscles. It's arm day every day for me.
Well, that's
sprinkle in a couple of other things.
There's nothing wrong with that. You got to do it.
You know, yeah.
So this moment right here, I'm not going to lie.
This is huge. Striker, if you throw some chat in there, I like to be involved with the chat. You know, I feel when I'm isolated, when I'm up on the whiteboard 2 nights in a row, I feel like I've been missing my crew. Here we go. Hey, guys, I got a parlay for tonight. Colts team total under 24.5, CMC over 24.5, receiving yards minus 125.
Oh, I know him. That's Moshi. Moose.
Hello.
Moshi's sharp, by the way.
Darn it, because I was about to say I don't want to root for the Colts to have a poor game. But that's probably smart of you.
So I
respect that.
I want to throw it to Sia before we get into Z's with Kenz of being able to just ask high level, which is
I'm going to start a high level mention.
Yeah.
Tally.
Counter would probably be 4.5 would be the line for me. High level is on my birth certificate. Where do you see this game from? I can't say it again. That 3 shit. Where do you see this game from a 30,000 foot perspective?
Oh, that was a nice pull.
Yeah.
Okay, so part of me doesn't want to overthink it.
Yeah.
Because the Phillip Rivers experience, I feel like, could implode, especially when you're talking. Listen, the Niners defense, it's not great. Okay, it's not playing great, especially their front four. They don't have some guys. They don't have in the front 7. They don't have Fred Warner.
Yeah.
But Robert Saleh's had a week to prepare for, of all players, Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
The dinking and dunking thing could work, except for and it will work to some degree.
Yeah.
But this is Robert Saleh that has a week to not prepare for Daniel Jones and the read option and all that.
Fair.
It's Jonathan Taylor in the short area passing game.
And a 45-year-old QB.
Yeah.
Well, when you put it that way.
When you put it that way, it makes me rethink everything I've thought about this game.
I could be wrong, though. Listen, the line's going down from 5.5 to 4.5.
Listen, it's a good story. Also, the Colts offense is very tough. It's almost like the Packers where it's like, you don't know who the guy is, and everyone's line's going to be like somewhere from 20 to 40 yards, but no one's like this juggernaut, which really is a trap for people like me and Adam to be like, oh my God, Alec Pierce over 19.5 yards. How does he not get that?
Well, this is what I was saying upstairs when we were talking about it, which is everyone is like, okay, game plan for the Niners. Let's get CMC going. Let's get George Kittle going, blah, blah, blah. But what are you going to do on the other side? So Robert Saleh game planning, like, we're going to try and stop the run because that's what they're going to do. Jonathan Taylor run the ball. You think Shane Steichen doesn't know that? You think Shane Steichen's not sitting here saying, like, we need to find a way to get our receivers going in order to be able to beat a Niners team who has a chance at the number 1 seed in the NFC? So that's why we're all over these Colts props, because the Colts props feel way too low.
The one I don't want to touch is Jonathan Taylor, 96.5.
I took the under, and I'm not an under person.
We're not an under better. No, I'm in on that as well.
It's just a lot.
It's
a lot because I think the keys to victory, if you're the Colts, if you're trying to win this game, which obviously they are, you got to be able to throw the ball.
Yeah.
You're going to have to be able to throw the ball. You're not going to be able to play the same way against Seattle. And I think Seattle was a completely isolated event because just out of retirement, you're going into one of the toughest places to play, an amazing defense. Like, we need to just go to what we know. But now you've also had a week to prepare.
Yeah.
So, like,
Can I say something in favor of your overs with respect to the Colts pass catchers? So I was hosting primetime pregame an hour ago. Yeah. Alex Selznick, Mike McClure, prop stars and Mike McClure.
Yeah, where are they at?
They both liked Phillip Rivers over 160.5 passing yards, which again feeds into Michael Pittman, Warren, Alec Pierce, Josh Downs.
Yeah.
So I'm just throwing that out there.
I love that. I mean, my favorite play that I have it's a bad thing that I've put him in 5 different parlays for tonight. But it's Michael Pittman, 31.5 receiving yards.
Also, of all the Colts receivers, that's my favorite play as well.
Yes.
It would be Pittman. It would be Pittman for me over everybody else in the Colts pass catching crew.
And make no mistake, he might be finding his way in the SGP. Before we get to our same game parlay that we actually did make before this, which is maybe a good sign, let's get to some trends to warm up the brains on this game overall.
Wow,
San Francisco has won and covered 4 straight games for the first time since 2022. So they're a covering machine right now. Also 3-0 straight up and against the spread in primetime this season. And you're looking at the Colts side, who are 0-5 straight up and against the spread in their last 5 primetime games this season. But they have won 5 straight games versus the Niners. So this is what you're working with. Niners, who are great against the spread recently and also primetime recently. The Colts, who are not great against the spread in primetime recently, but they seem to own the Niners.
When's the last time
I was born?
When's the last time, Striker, could you look this up back there? When's the last time the Niners and Colts did play?
Yeah, maybe this is a small sample size. But also
5 straight games. Yes, the last loss was 2001. That's the smallest of sample sizes.
Yeah. But this is what I'll say about the Niners. Purdy, George Kittle, CMC, all healthy finally. This is giving 2023 Niners potentially. Also, they're averaging more on the road. I feel like both of these teams could just squeak over their team totals. I think it'll be high 20s instead of low 20s, which is kind of what the lines are implying right now. I do not think this is a shootout by any means, but I do think both sides are being a little bit disrespected. And I think I agree. The Colts know that they can't just feed Jonathan Taylor in this situation.
Yeah. And I think all that Vegas is signaling is that's quite literally what's going to happen. It's we're just going to feed Jonathan Taylor. That's why his rushing line is so high. That's why the receiving props are so low. But I'm going the opposite. I think, yes, can the Niners absolutely cover this? We were upstairs, we were talking about it over time, sure. Third quarter, fourth quarter, they begin to run away with it. They cover the 4.5. But that first half, that first quarter for the Colts is a little weird for me.
I think we have our most success in the first quarter. Speaking of, that's where we see a lot of this coming home here. The same game parlay, 3 legs brought to you by everybody in this room. CMC anytime touchdown.
Bang.
It's minus 180. It's not that deep.
Which feels like a very fair price.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Sure.
I agree.
JT's minus 250.
Yeah, no, that's not. Michael Pittman, over 31.5 receiving yards. Somebody's going to have to catch balls on this team.
Also, his receiving line, his reception line is 3.5. An average depth of 10 yards in today's NFL, I get it. It's Phillip Rivers, especially against a team that's going to run cover 2 and cover the flats, which is why I'm staying away from Tyler Warren. Michael Pittman across the middle, he's a yak guy. He's a physical presence.
Right.
He's a physical presence with a wingspan. If you're Phillip Rivers and you got a noodle arm, just throw it to Pittman.
Just throw it to Pittman. What am I missing? 31.5. It's a door that I'm willing to walk through and be wrong. It's a door that if you walk out and it just drops 1,000,000 feet down and you die, I'm willing to die.
I can die on this. And Kendrick Bourne, over 24.5 receiving yards. There's not enough of a alpha juggernaut receiver presence outside of George Kittle to not be taking guys like Kendrick Bourne. A low of a number is 24.5.
The sharp rankings in here go Sia Kenz Adam, and it's a that $1 million fall is Adam at the bottom, and Sia put Kendrick Bourne 24.5. So talk us through that because you know the most here.
I feel bad because I feel like that's the leg that's going to fail
No.
because it's speculative.
It'll be right here, brother.
I'm big on all the speculative like low end wide receivers that you can ladder. Like last week, just pat myself on the back. I had Ricky Pearsall over 32.5 receiving yards, and I said ladder it up to 80. He got 100 yards.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, so Kendrick Bourne's not that guy, but I bring up Ricky Pearsall because he's not playing in this game.
And it could be anyone.
It could be anyone, but Bourne is probably going to play the slot more than anybody else. Juwan might go to the slot as well, but Bourne's going to get a lot of those opportunities that Ricky Pearsall would have gotten. He's not the talent that Ricky Pearsall is, but I'm just saying 26 yards is probably 2 catches for Kendrick Bourne, maybe 3. I think he gets the 3. By the way, 2.5 over is big time plus money on Kendrick Bourne. It's a little speculative, I'll admit it.
I think I like the yards better than the reception.
Fair.
Because I think there's a lot of potential there.
It's so insane how quickly I can be talked into plays.
Yeah, no,
it's so insane. Because right out of the gate, I just talked myself out of Pittman 31.5 and talked myself straight into 25 for fucking Kendrick Bourne.
Dude, good thing for you. They're all on the same line. Yeah. Everybody eats. Okay, one thing we need to do is talk about the best player in the game, Christian McCaffrey. I know we have his anytime touchdown. Is there anything else?
Is that the best player in the game?
Yeah. It's a fair question, though.
Is he?
Jonathan
Relative
Taylor?
to him.
I was going to say Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, but let's talk.
Is that your Franklin? Yeah, we can talk Christian McCaffrey.
I just, like we play this cute game where we end up not talking about the best players in the game. JT, CMC, thoughts, because I know that the reception line is really high. McCaffrey, 125 plus, Taylor, 150 plus rushing rate. What is the payout on something like that?
That is.
It better be fat.
Literally waking up the next morning and there being 30 presents under the
That's
Christmas
Jeff Bezos.
Tree. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's not what I meant by let's talk about JT and CMC, but I do respect that.
That's insane.
I don't know what to think of JT. I honestly would just go under on his yards. I think that's an absurd amount. 96.5 for the way it's like he's kind of.
I like his longest rush over.
Yes,
17.5.
That's a good one.
He could still fall under the total under,
Yeah.
but this Niners rush defense, there's going to be a couple times where he just catches a lane and gets to the second level and gets to 20 plus yards. So I feel like we could get 1 or 2 of those, which is why I wouldn't touch the total on his yards, but totally get it. I just like the longest rush.
I like that a lot.
I took the 17.5. I think it's a great play. But 96.5. How do you not? Yeah, I guess we stay away.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, CMC is also, I think, in the 60s, his rushing line. What are your thoughts on that? 61.5.
I don't know, man.
I think it's a really good number.
That's such a good number.
Yeah.
How do they
Sometimes you just got to hand up. It's a
Yeah.
good number.
Game recognizes game?
Game recognizes game. You
That's
got
right.
me this time. And I'm just not going to touch it. I'm not going over. I'm not going under. It's a good number.
Oh, man.
It's a good number.
What about Phillip Rivers over a half a rushing yard? Is there any thoughts to that?
That can be our sick, disgusting bile.
There's no way.
It's just
Right?
like,
Wait, is there a way?
Wasn't there a point where this was Purdy rushing yards?
no, I took that on the rock because
It's 9.5.
it was 9.
If you are a Hard Rock user
Yeah,
out there in the chat down there,
you could add one in.
you could get Brock Purdy over 9.5 rushing yards, and a lot of books have him at 11.5, and that's a very, very, very big difference when it comes to only having essentially 12 rushing yards. So I would get in on that, and I'm going to put it on the board because we use Hard Rock.
Yeah.
So there.
It makes us look better too when he hits 9.5 and he doesn't cash 11.5.
Yeah.
That's right.
Just looks better.
Yeah.
You don't like the Phillip Rivers? I mean, it's literally plus 220, so it's not meant to hit. But
I feel like Phillip Rivers likes that bet. Like, I feel like he wants to get there.
Dude, Phillip Rivers definitely has all of his dad friends like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm going to bet on you
or just like
over half a rushing yard. Can you just show me something like you still got it?
or just Bryce Huff comes on the outside and he just steps up and it's too wide open and feels like I have to step up and you just slide and everyone's laughing because it's old man Rivers who just had a 3-yard rush.
No, I'm so in love with it. He probably wants to prove to himself that he can do it.
Matthew Stafford's
On the home
line is
crowd?
always Stafford's line is always a half and he had that.
If they go down early,
Yeah.
I like a live rushing bet. It'll still be a half a yard.
Yeah.
It's not going to change because
Yeah.
it's Phillip Rivers.
It might just get better odds, honestly. It might become plus 3,000.
Well, it'll get better odds because there'll be like some of the game time will have come and gone.
Right.
But the truth is that means more dropbacks for Phillip Rivers. So he'd be more because obviously they do want to run the ball.
Totally.
So
Yeah,
Totally.
no, I'm super in on that. Speaking of Phillip Rivers, another thing we brought up upstairs, I'm going to write the first quarter bets in blue.
Oh, that's festive.
We're thinking Yeah, happy Hanukkah over there.
Was more so saying for the Colts, but shout out.
Oh. That too. Go Colts. We were thinking that if the Colts are going to start hot, well, they need to start hot and they need to pass the ball. Phillip Rivers, 45 plus yards, and the first Q was plus 154.
It's literally the hottest thing in the world.
Like, come on.
I've never looked at something more beautiful.
And there's not many Colts things I want to carry past the first Q, but I definitely want to stay in the first Q.
Can I just explain and see, you could debunk my thought process on it, but like obviously we're very high on the Colts. But today's NFL, what'd you say?
So we grew up that way this season.
Yeah. Today's NFL, to have 40 yards in a quarter can literally happen at any given moment. And it goes back to the rationale of, I do think there's a lot of value on the Colts side of the ball because they are clearly expecting this team to just not be able to move the ball if you're not named Jonathan Taylor. So the fact that you can get plus money on 45 passing yards, which could come in literally Alec Pierce one deep ball, which could come in Michael Pittman breaking one off for 22 yards, and then before you know it, you have a Jonathan Taylor swing pass, and now he's broken for 17, and you've cashed. Like, the amount of ways that this could happen in a singular quarter, it is another door that I'm going to be dying a lot.
Can I say this, though? Your other play that paid plus 375
you like
with the running backs, both running backs, Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor,
we'll get there.
to both get 5 yards or more receiving in the first quarter was plus 375. That you had, and that I was enjoying because McCaffrey's going to get there. He's a pass catcher.
That one's already hit.
That was it. And Jonathan Tayller, like a screenplay, a check down on third and medium, that's all in play for the first quarter.
Wow.
Plus 375?
Plus 375. We adjusted the 10-10 into the 5-5 for.
There's always some type of extendo pack version of it. See, before we let you go, your good friend Danny Brasco is here. And we thought you'd want to maybe say hi to him and hang out.
My guy.
The third time I've seen Danny.
Yeah, you guys have had a long day together probably.
Yeah. I know all his picks, and I know they're all going to cash.
All right, Danny Brasco, do you have some type of defensive prop for us here? Or are you going more pedestrian?
I got a little bit of both. I saw a couple SportsLine analysts give out Nick Cross over tackles plus assists. I think he could rack up some tackles. I think their defense is going to be on the field a good deal. So that's a good one. I heard you guys talking about Michael Pittman before. I mean, if I like an offensive prop, I like Michael Pittman on the Colts, man. I like that 31.5. I think that's a nice parlay leg.
There you go.
River spreads the ball to anyone. It's got to be him. The crossing routes, the play action, right? They're going to get them to try to bait and with JT. So they got to move the ball. They might be down Pittman. And I like you guys were talking about how the Christian McCaffrey rushing yards line is low. Perhaps because we get Brian Robinson some carries. He cashed when I came on the Underachievers stream a couple weeks ago, I think. And I'm going right back to him. I mean, this is a guy we love. Remember when he got carjacked and shot and recovered and came out to 50 cents? Many men wish death upon me. Blood in my dog, and
all the bars.
You just know Brasco likes to look back on the past and see how far he's come. You just know.
B-Rob, how do you not love B-Rob after that? 22 and a half. Easy work.
I do love myself an RB2 prop.
I live for
that. That I do love.
If anyone asked me, if they were like, Adam, what position would you want to be in the NFL? Just be an RB2.
The answer is backup quarterback. I'm going to leave on that note. The backup quarterback hold the iPad. There's nothing better than that.
I'm Tua. I'm Tua yesterday. That'd be me as well. I would do that. That'd be fun. Backup quarterback, I'd be a good.
Tua's got it made.
Dude, Tua looks like the best QB2.
His brain is scrambled eggs.
Okay. Other than that, Tua's got it made.
He's got it made.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Except for the fact that he's a lefty. That's tough. Yes. If you're lefty, it just looks bad to throw the football. That's tough.
Yeah, that's true.
See ya, you're the man.
Brasco, good to see you, my friend.
See is the best.
Bye, see ya. All right, Brasco.
I'm gonna
How
enjoy
about
the show.
some, what we haven't talked much of, the end zone. Who's giving us 6 points tonight?
Give me Juwan Jennings all day. I mean, I got this line at plus 170, Kenz, down to plus 140. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. I mean, he scored in 3 straight games. He's got 4 touchdowns in the last 3. He's the first, read inside the red zone.
He's like a touchdown machine right now.
Beasting. And he's that clutch kind of guy. He's that third down wide receiver, He makes big plays in big moments. So
third and
Ricky
Juwan.
Pierce all out. Yeah, Juwan Jennings finding the end zone.
Wow. Love. Okay, can I ask you about George Kittle? Because that's another good player that we haven't mentioned ourselves. What are your thoughts on him tonight?
How do you not like Kittle here? I think the Colts do rank pretty poorly in terms of defending opposing tight ends. But I don't know. I just have a weird feeling about this game. I don't want to play the higher end player props, the ones that have like the big price tags or the numbers that you got to lay. So I'd rather go with some sneaky ones here, especially if this game goes a kind of weird way. I want some RB2 type players.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because there's not enough, like, yes, there's star power. It's mostly running backs, but I'm just thinking, like, I'd rather attack the Alec Pierces. I'd rather attack the Josh Downs here. As we have Michael Pittman on the board, but him too. It's still 31.5. Like, everyone's lines are low. Like, what's the point of going for some chalk if we don't have to?
No, I feel that 100%. It's going to be a weird game, and the line is moving in the favor of the Colts, which is sketching me because obviously the money's on the Niners. So I don't know. It could be weird. It could be weird. Both these teams week to week. You think you know about them, and then they surprise you. This might be like the Miracle Rivers game that people are waiting for, or it could be a Niners just blow you away. We're going for the 1 seed game.
I know. I feel like America wants this to be the Phillip Rivers like narrative Netflix documentary
you keep
game.
Saying that, I don't think you keep saying that like there's so many people on the Colts. I feel like the whole world is like, this is easy.
Well, I just like the Niners like haven't felt like a sexy team that everyone wants to like just be all over. Like, they've been the sneakiest 1 seed contender ever.
The other thought that I've had, and I was talking about this with our super nerd Jonathan upstairs about it, which is like, I think usually you see it with West Coast teams to East Coast when it's like a 1 o'clock game. But the fact is, this Niners team is also playing at 5 p.m. right now, right? Like, their body clock is 5 p.m. and that just feels like happy hour. And I don't know. That's just
I'm not productive during happy hour.
I'm not productive at all. So, Danny, let me ask you a question. If you happen to jump out of a plane to go skydiving, 30,000 feet up in the air, when you look down 30,000 feet below, how do you see this game going?
Wow. Well, I actually have done that. I can't match the Everest Marathon, which is the most goated thing anyone's ever done for Adam lore. But I did jump out over the Swiss Alps in Interlaken. And that was nuts. Yeah, I almost pooped in my pants, but it was incredible. So if I'm looking at this game from the Swiss Alps, I just got to feel like it's the Niners in the 1 seed picture after a big win here. Maybe they don't cover the number. Maybe it's just by a field goal. But I feel like they're going to pull this out. They're going to figure out a way. No Sauce Gardner, no Charvarius Ward against one of the best pass offenses in the league. That's the long and short of it. There's more offensive firepower on one side. Even if Rivers does play decently well, the Colts defense steps up. Like, can they hang a number that competes with the Niners offense here? And I just don't think so. I think they get outscored.
So valid.
Bummer.
So valid. Because I do love when the point of the game is to outscore the other, and you just nailed it on the head.
And that's about it. But you know what? I mean, people are going to feel like the Colts are alive because they almost beat the Seahawks, and they played a solid game. The thing is, the Seahawks crossed midfield like 40 times in that game. They were just inept. They couldn't. Their drives continue to stall out. So Darnold's been way worse recently. So would you give credit to the Colts, or do you discredit the Seahawks? I don't know about that one, but I don't know. That's my take on that.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you think CMC gets over 4.5 receptions? Thoughts?
Such a good number.
Weird line, right? Because like when he is
good numbers
peppered with targets, oh my God, he can go for 9, 10 plus. But I don't know. It's just all about the game script in this one. Because like I said, this could end up being a look ahead spot. You got Bears and then Seahawks to close the season with potentially the NFC West or the 1 seed on the line. So if they're up a couple scores, does it become the B-Rob show? How much do you want to use McCaffrey? You got to keep some air in the tires for the next couple games. So I just don't know what the usage will be like depending on the game script. I got sketchy feelings about this one.
I feel like because Ricky Pearsall's out, like this reminds me of early season CMC when he got usage in the receiving game. So I think it is fair. Like this was, even when Juwan wasn't there and he was getting the receiving game. Now it's Kendrick Bourne, Juwan, George Kittle. He would not try. 4.5, another one of those doors. Just walk through it.
Yeah.
Walk through it.
Can I interest you guys in a...
Please. I don't even need to know, but please.
I want to put up that name Alec Pierce on this anytime touchdown part of the board.
The ATDs.
I do, because he's a sneaky character. He's a fast guy. And Phillip Rivers might be like, this is exactly the type of player I need.
410 Macklemore?
Can he push the ball more than 10 yards in the air, though? I mean, he's got... Very limited. This is going to be a yak situation, if you will, because he's a good yacker. I think he actually might be the best in the league.
Kenz is not saying all the logic. Why are you on Alec Pierce? Because you saw something earlier, and I think you need to tell the people that.
Well, the model has him projected for 60 yards on 3 receptions. And I said to myself, that sounds crazy. And then I asked my fellow teammates, Steven and Jake, who run the model, I said, is this a bug? They said no. When he's healthy and he plays, he has monster games, and he leads the league in yards after catch.
They tripled down.
They tripled down because not only one of them said that's right, 2 of them. And then they told me why. And I was like, his line's 19.5, and I think I'm about to put it up here too.
And if you want Adam's model, which no one asked for, that means also take Phillip Rivers over 160 passing yards.
You know what? I think Mike McClure gave that out in this morning's show too. It felt like it's a low total, you know? We might get a negative game script for the Colts, and whatever you think of Rivers, he might be forced to throw. You got one more week of practice. It could look a little better than last week. He was decent. You know, the mobility's not there. He looked every bit of 44, but he was okay. He hit Josh Downs on that crosser for a touchdown. Why not Pierce? Why not Pittman? Why not a little more?
We haven't even talked about
No, this is true. All right, Brasco, you've given us a lot to think about here. Appreciate you coming on. Appreciate your picks. Loving Brian Robinson Jr. over 22.5.
Thanks, Danny.
That's
Man.
the one.
That is
That's
sharp.
the one of the night for sure. Yeah, appreciate you guys always. Good luck, y'all.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Chrysler.
Happy Hanukkah. One love.
All right, chat.
You know, Brasco's just one of those people that if you had to pick a list, if you had to put together a list of people that you just want narrating your life or speaking, saying a eulogy at your funeral, Brasco would probably be on.
He will get you pumped up about anything.
Yeah.
It could be like Jets Saints. No offense, Mikey. And he'd make it sound like the biggest game ever.
Is Mikey watching? Do we think Mikey's in here?
I don't know. I think he's Christmasing right now. All right, chat. Let's do a quick recap right now. Same game parlay. Nice.
Same game fartlay.
Nice.
So
Cooked by me, Adam. But we're not going to do that.
Oh, okay.
Plus 405. CMC touchdown. Sure you can. Pittman over 31.5 yards. They have to throw the ball. And this is probably the guy they're going to throw to. And this is their longest, fastest receiver. Kendrick Bourne over 24.5 receiving yards. Buy low on these random receivers in this game. It's going to be sneaky and weird. And this could be 2 catches. Plus 405.
Okay.
And our wall went out.
Entered the upside down, and now we're back.
And now we're back. Other props we like. Jonathan Taylor, longest rush over 24.5. Sia gave that out. Purdy over 9.5 rushing yards. He's going to want to drop back and pass a lot. And then you sneaky might have to scramble.
Sneaky.
And he's playing for a 1 seed right now. So he might just want to, give tough cookie primetime, running or quarterbacks like to do that in primetime. First quarter, Phillip Rivers, 45 plus rushing yards. Can you imagine?
Phillip Rivers, if he had 45 rushing yards in the first quarter, we literally all could quit our jobs and just go move to Bora Bora and live together.
Yes.
Cold
so maybe we
like
should
shit.
sprinkle on that. But Phillip Rivers, 45 plus passing yards in the first quarter is plus 154. If you're going to get ahead, you got to do it early and through the air in your dome. Brian Robinson Jr., over 22.5 rushing yards from our good friend Danny Brasco. Danny Brasco also likes Jawan Jennings anytime touchdown. I like Alec Pierce in general. I like his receiving yards and I like his touchdown value because it's really good value. Plus chicken.
Why don't we have a corner for the 3 most important players in today's game?
Sure.
Just decide on their main props. We can do it by an arrow, just like up or down. Not that, just because I feel like if we don't touch on George Kittle, CMC, and Jonathan Taylor, we have Jonathan Taylor the longest, by the way, it wasn't 24.5.
I was going to say, it feels really
Jonathan Taylor the longest, it was 17.5 was his rush.
I shall fix that.
But I feel like
3 most important player corner.
let's take maybe rush receiving. What would be the best?
I'm saying Taylor under 96.5.
Rushing,
Rush.
or you want to do rush receiving?
I think he might get involved in the receiving game, low-key.
I think he might too. I do like the under 96.5. I think
104.
104.5.
All right, that might be making the main board. Striker is telling us it is 104.
I think you have to take the under.
Dude, that's actually nuts.
Again, Mikey said something that stuck with me all season, which is you just have to be what would you bet on that you'd feel comfortable losing?
Yeah.
Look at the opposite side of it. And 104.5 is just so many yards.
Yeah.
So many yards, especially for a team that literally if you're the Niners, you want to stop that. You know exactly what the other team wants to do. So you got to force Phillip Rivers to throw the balls. 104.5, what a value.
Oh my God, that's what I've been looking for. Feet. Someone
Feet?
brought up the feet. Sorry, I'm looking at my laptop that's delayed.
Groupie, over 1.5. Love that. Why don't we just go double field goal? Eddie,
Both over 1. Wait.
Eddie Pinheiro over 1.5.
Which one's the Colts?
Blake Group.
Group?
I don't know if it's groupie or group, but I like groupie. It sounds more adorable.
I actually really like the Colts to kick field goals.
Over 1.5.
Yeah.
I like both.
Really sharp.
Because if the Colts are going to kick field goals and not go for it on 4th down, because again, they're playing with house. They need to win this game. They're not going to be punting the ball. I don't see the Colts trying to play conservative. They just brought out Phillip Rivers from retirement. Like, they're here to try and win this game.
Yeah.
So if one's kicking the 1.5, I think you go the opposite end also. Eddie Pinheiro.
I wonder if you parlayed both to just have one, what that payout would be.
The CMC, which one do you want me to put on the board for CMC? What are we thinking? Receptions, receiving? I know some people in the chat have asked for over 4.5.
I feel like that could be the case with Ricky out.
I like 40 and you like 40.5 receiving or the 4.5 reception?
So many. I honestly don't want to touch
Let me ask a question.
I don't want to touch
Is it not? Like, think early season, he would have like 7.
I know.
Like, there was a time where CMC's line was 6.5. Do we just go the 4.5?
Because it could literally just be such a check down, like literally dump off.
What are you thinking? I don't hate it.
I hate all of it.
I also don't hate the rush receiving. My guess is it's going to be 100.
Over?
What are your thoughts?
The only thing I can really see right now is the receptions.
So let's go 4.5.
Okay.
I actually feel like we just talked ourselves into it.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
Juwan
right.
Jennings is 4.5, CMC is 4.5. Which one would you rather take?
Yeah, that's so true.
And then last but not least,
It was the third
George
best
Kittle.
player. Kittle, touchdown.
Touchdown. Beautiful. Same wavelength. So now no one can say we didn't talk about them. That's the best part about it. That's the best.
I think we're getting our good friend Todd in here at some
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, we're still waiting on Todd. Well, there he comes. And by the way, I just want to say I love this play. I just want to hype that up.
I think. Oh, I remember now.
This is just the
Let's see if I'm here. Yep, I'm here.
Ryan.
I know. Now I got a lot of pressure since you're hyping it up.
Yeah.
What do you got for us?
So we all love Alec Pierce for some weird reason tonight, including the model. I'm going his longest reception is 13.5. He's gone over it in every game he's played this season, including last week with Rivers at quarterback.
I will be doubling down.
And if you feel like getting a little frisky, I'm also betting Alec Pierce 10+ yards in the first quarter at plus 275.
You know what? We might as well just put the whole first quarter on the board.
First quarter and Alec Pierce.
At this point, it just feels like a first quarter ordeal.
And I'm gone.
Bye, strike.
Speaking of longest,
I see him. He's there. I also love his play. This was my second best play. What do you think his first best play is? My guess on the first best play is it feels like a George Kittle game.
he's not a longest reception type of guy, is he?
I feel like he's a yak guy. 22.5. That feels like what it is. You don't think so?
All right, chat. Link is coming into the chat. Don't be afraid to come up and give us your bets. We're bad at this too, okay? So there's really no pressure here.
By the way, you're probably better.
All we do is make fools of ourselves anyway.
Let me see. I'm betting Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce's line is 19.5. I think that's redonkulous. I think he could hit that in 2 receptions, and I don't know why he's so
Would you
much
rather
lower.
just do longest catch though? Because that's.
No, yeah, no, I love that. I haven't put Pierce receiving on the board yet. I just like touchdown. Honestly, I don't know if I like touchdown better or the yards. But I do like what's going on here, and I do love the idea of the first quarter just attacking some of these random Colts receivers because they do have to like get the ball moving quickly.
I feel like Juwan Jennings' longest catch is kind of
It might be Juwan. You're right.
21.5. Where's DDO?
Alec Pierce last touchdown is plus 1,700. Our good friend Bob loves himself a last touchdown. I can't find myself always necessarily awake for this, so I don't.
I also just can't necessarily. Juwan Jennings long. He hasn't hit in 3 straight weeks. Okay.
Well, let's see what DDL has to say because DDL definitely has the longest reception for us out here. And we can't see you. Oh, that was quick.
Did you get a haircut?
No, just a hat hair.
I love that.
Yeah. I like the Alex Pierce. I'm going Tyler Warren over 15.5 though.
Holy shit, we haven't talked about
We
Tyler
haven't talked
Warren.
a single time about Tyler.
DDL.
It's in 11 of 14 on the season. It hit last game with Rivers, and the 49ers have given this up 4 of the last 5 to tight ends and 5 total. I think they gave up 2 last week to the Titans.
Wow. I love that. Are you afraid at all just about them running cover 2? Because that's what I was told upstairs, is that the Niners are going to be running cover 2 at a high rate. And we were looking at the heat map of the route tree for Tyler Warren, and he's a big guy in the flats. Are you worried at all about that? Because it doesn't seem so.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't go that far into the weeds on that.
Yeah,
Cool.
I mean,
Right on.
What are you out here trying to outball?
I'm not looking at heat maps.
It's not necessarily an outball. It's just trying to, I'm going off pure memorization of the things that happened last hour. Anything past an hour, don't remember anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
DDL, you're the man.
But actually, DDL, thank God you brought him up, because we actually haven't whispered sweet anythings.
Yeah, I mean, I got too cute. Henry didn't even get a target yesterday, so we're just going to move past that.
No, that's all right. We got cute too. Don't worry about it.
Mikey's not here, but I know if Mikey was here, he'd be asking what the hell you're eating tonight.
Chicken and rice.
And if you literally,
I keep it simple. We're switching off, and last night was pork tenderloin. So
Striker, get in here.
Only see what Striker just put up on the door, right here.
Chicken minus 300. He guessed the DDL.
Right there.
That is probably the appropriate
Cashed
line.
That is
not good value.
The opposite of getting cute. That's the opposite of taking Derrick Henry. Right there.
We're cashing on DDL lines in this economy.
That's amazing. DDL, you're the man. Have the most amazing Christmas. We love you. You've been a constant supporter. And thanks for always coming in here.
Yes. Merry Christmas, DDL.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas. What's your favorite Christmas song?
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
Okay.
We got another.
Our singing gave us a new guest. Cory, Paper Planes.
Cory in the house?
Cory in the house. And you're loading, and we can't see it yet.
Can't see it yet. Can't see yet. But I will say, Cory in the House was one of the greatest shows on Disney Channel.
That was like the best generation of Disney.
Still can't see you, Cory. Sit tight. He's dancing.
Cory.
Is what Striker just said. It just tried to load, and it's now still not working. And
it's because it's a new character unlocked. Apparently, it takes some time.
It's one of those things where it's like trying to figure out how much VC you just had to use.
Maybe.
Yeah, that stuff. Wow, this is a new record, Cory. I just want to say something you did. You broke the screen. Is what it feels like. Okay. Just sit tight. Striker is telling us, there Cory is in the house.
Cory in the house.
What's up? All right. So Mikey's not here tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to one man, one game for him.
Wow. Way to hold up the legacy.
So we're going Brock Purdy rushing yards. I'm gonna ladder it up to like 20. Right. Brock Purdy touchdown.
Wow, Cory, that is not what I thought was going to happen here.
Holy shit, Cory.
He loves to take off. He loves to take off.
He does.
Wow. What are you eating for dinner?
I will be having some Domino's pizza.
Thin crust? What are we doing?
I'm doing a barbecue pizza.
Thin crust though, or regular?
A little classic. Yeah.
Are we doing the pan though? Or are we doing the hand tossed, like one where it comes in the black box?
Oh, hand tossed all day. A little Sprite.
Wow. Is it Cory with the C or Cory with the K?
Cory with a C and an E.
Who the fuck is using it with a K?
I don't know. That
was the weirdest question. Are you adding anything on the side? Cheesy bread, lava cakes, anything?
Just some Sprite, man. You know, gotta make this money.
We'll get you just want to create a volcano in the stomach.
Steaks on Tuesday.
Why don't you go ahead and add a cheesy bread? Just one little thing of a cheesy bread.
Just once, right? Yeah.
Cory, you're the man. Thank you for upholding Mikey's legacy. One man, one game.
I love that.
The most amazing Christmas. Merry Christmas. We love you.
Merry Christmas, brother.
That was awesome.
Cory in the house. What was that theme song?
I was trying. Cory.
Come on, really think. I think you just made that up.
Cory.
You know what I always remember? That's so Raven.
That's the future I can see.
Oh, I do remember. It was a bop.
Striker's about to.
Wow, dude, that's actually fire. I kind of remember. All right, let's do a quick recap of the board. We got a lot going on here. Plus 4053 like parlay. CMC anytime touchdown because he does that a lot. Michael Pittman Jr. over 31.5 receiving yards because somebody's going to have to catch the ball because Phillip Rivers is going to have to throw it to win this game. Kendrick Bourne over 24.5 receiving yards. Just buy low on one of those low receiving yards from one of the Niners' 8 million receivers. Anytime touchdowns we like. Danny Brasco likes Jawan Jennings. I like Alec Pierce. Anything tonight. George Kittle, primetime end zone. Sure you can.
Alec Pierce just moved to 14.5. Just want to say that.
14.5 for the longest or for his total?
For the longest.
The Taylor, longest rush over 17.5 yards. Close your eyes. Quick little edit. A little 1-2 edit. It's 17.5.
1-2 step.
Purdy over 9.5 rushing yards. You can find over at Hard Rock. I do believe it's around 11.5 on other books. I don't hate it there, but I do love it over at the Hard Rock. Phillip Rivers, first quarter, 45 plus passing yards is plus 150. I mean, how do you not bet on that? That's something I could lose sleep over if I lose that money. Brasco, favorite Brian Robinson Jr. over 22.5 rushing yards. CMC needs a break sometimes, okay? Everybody needs to catch their breath after he has a 45 million yard run.
A 45 million yard run.
Yes. Strike is on Alec Pierce. Longest reception over 13.5. He has hit this in every single game he has played, including last week when he had a 14 or 16 yard reception. DDL's longest reception of the night. Tyler Warren. And that's the only words we've spoken of Tyler Warren. So if you wanted to get in on him, that's your chance. Cory in the house. One man, one game. Legacy game. 20 plus rushing yards and an anytime touchdown. For one seed implications. I like that.
I just placed a new one. I had to get in on the Tyler Warren.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love that. All right, chat. We've talked some touchdowns, but let's talk some first touchdowns before our good friend Todd gets in here. I'm pretty open to a lot of different things right now.
First tutties?
One of them is Kendrick Bourne.
I think he has to be on the board.
And another one is... No, it's actually all I got right now.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna say Jawan Jennings plus 850. For sure.
That's super kosher. Yeah. Super kosher. Okay. Who are our Colts?
I feel like you gotta rip a Josh Downs, given he was the only person that scored, and we haven't talked about him at all.
I like
Ball
that.
knowers.
And who's our RB2?
Amir Abdullah, but no shot. Phillip Rivers.
No.
I got one. Wait, let me find it. Fuck, I can't find it. Shit. Fuck, it's not there.
Oh my God, are you still scrolling? That means it's plus 800,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Tyler Warren first tee. That's a little cheap.
Fuck, Mike would love this play, and I'm blanking out his name, which is never a good sign. God damn it.
Is he not on the board? That's not a good sign either.
Yeah, it's a terrible sign.
So he's out. Cool.
He's out.
Cool story, Adam.
Mo Alley Cox. No. All right, you're right.
What the hell is that?
What? Mo Alley Cox, the tight end? NBA, like, talent. I don't know why I said NBA. He's 6'8", play basketball. Why don't we just pick? Why don't we go Tyler Warren?
Okay. All right. Striker, Tyler Warren.
Josh Downs.
Kendrick Bourne.
And Jawan Jennings.
And he's reading it to me while I'm supposed to be reading it to him. Thank you, Striker. I give you nothing. No help. All right, let's get over to that first quarter, though, too, because we have that at 10-10 because that is minus 5,000 with the two of the best running backs in the league.
It was literally minus 175.
We have gone, seriously?
It was minus 175 for it.
We're going 5-5. 5 receiving yards for CMC, 5 receiving yards for Jonathan Taylor for plus 375 is more like it, what you want to see in this room. Phillip Rivers fantasy score over.
That's what I'm saying upstairs.
Said that. I forgot about that.
Oh.
I love it.
I think it was 9.5.
Yes. No, it's actually insane. You said that's like a touchdown.
Yeah, it's a touchdown. It's literally throwing a touchdown. If he throws a touchdown tonight, he will pass 9.5 fantasy.
I like how I'm writing everyone's last names, but then Phillip is first name.
Phil. Let me see. Where is that? The one I have, I have a 4-pick lineup of Michael Pittman over 31.5, Phillip Rivers over 9.5 fantasy points, CMC over 15.5 longest catch, and Jawan Jennings over 11.5 fantasy points because that's also one touchdown.
Yeah. Wow, the sport is getting
2 receptions and 1 touchdown. You're right there. Right there. Wow. I love that. I love that we're aligned.
No, that's huge. Chat, I love when we're aligned.
I just voted. Just want to say that.
Oh, okay.
I like this board.
It's getting a little full for my liking.
It is very full. It's every player in the game. It's literally every single person on the field. We have not.
See, we do this when we could just take the quarterback's passing yards.
That is true.
Like, we believe every receiver's going over their receiving yards, but never on this board. I don't think all season have you seen a quarterback over passing yards. Like, ever.
No Cap Mac just had a great call. Amir Abdullah receptions could be sneaky. He had 5 last week. His receiving total for the receptions is...
He had 5 receiving yards or receptions?
Receptions. It's not listed, actually, for receptions.
Interesting.
That's not a good sign. But you can get him for 8.5 receiving yards. So, wow, that takes ass. Holy shit. I just hate when the whole board makes sense and none of it goes to hit, and Vegas was right. Wow, he had... Wait a second.
What's the updated total on this game?
Not enough.
Yeah, that's not going to cut it for this board, I'll tell you that.
Last week he had... Is that right? 5 receptions for 32 yards.
This doesn't necessarily have to scream over. Jonathan Taylor to have 1 breakthrough rush, Purdy to scramble, Phillips in the first quarter, a backup running back to give CMC a break. This is...
Fill up fantasy points. And it's just nice because if Mikey was here, that shit would not be on the board. So the fact that Kenz
I was letting you use the F word today.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's Christmas.
I'm
feeling nicer than normal.
No, it's amazing.
All right, let's bring in Todd Ferman to shit all over this board we just created.
You know what? Look, I debated saying there were technical difficulties because I see an awful lot of overs on that board. And you guys know it scares the shit out of me going into a primetime game when that's the case.
Yeah.
Plus 380 for him to use that type of language on a stream. So cash that.
Look,
first one.
Here's the bottom line, Adam. If you were going to take off the baseball hat and style that beautiful lettuce atop your head, I'm going to drop a 4-letter word as a sign of respect today. So I saw how you dressed yesterday. You looked like you didn't want to leave the basement. Nothing but basically sweats for the Sunday show. So I'm glad you can bring out your best for Monday Night Football.
I appreciate that.
And game recognizing games.
It's just a
and they play different games, but they recognize
it's just beautiful. Steph Curry versus LeBron. I mean, it is
it's just 2 different worlds coming together. All right, Todd.
Let's see what we got here, Kenz.
Have a chance?
Yes, I think the Colts are very live in tonight's game. I actually have a little bit of Colts in the old portfolio plus the points, but if Adam agrees, I'm scared to death. Given how these agree plays have gone over the last couple of weeks. But I think Indy's got a path to having some offensive success. We know the 49ers don't generate the same kind of pass rush as the Seahawks. They're not nearly as talented on the edge. Phillip Rivers, more time to prepare for this game, familiar surroundings. So I think the Colts have multiple ways that they can attack this 49ers defense, leaning into Jonathan Taylor on the ground and trying to spread the ball around in the passing game. But if you're going to ask me which pass catcher for the Colts is going to have the biggest day, I have absolutely no idea. The one player, though, that was sent to me from some of the guys that I work with and respect, they did nibble a bit on Alec Pierce at his bargain basement price in the high teens.
I knew I liked you, Todd.
Wow. So are you implying that you think the Colts can just cover the points, or can they actually win this outright?
No, I think they're going to have a chance to win outright. Now, will Phillip Rivers be able to lead a 2-minute drill if they're trailing by a field goal in known passing situations? That remains to be seen. But I think getting DeForest Buckner back along that defensive line for the Colts at his first game action since early November changes the dynamic a little bit. And while this Colts secondary, let's be honest, scares me with no Travarius Ward, no Sauce Gardner against this 49ers pass catching group, I think the Colts have an excellent opportunity with their season hanging in the balance to turn this into a 4-quarter fight. And maybe the game is a little bit higher scoring than people anticipate. I know we've seen some over money come into the market. It didn't quite make my card, but I would be more inclined to bet the game over than I would to go under.
Todd Ferman supporting overs and Alec Pierce. Something special about that on Christmas week. Okay, I feel really passionate about this blue play right here, and that is Phillip Rivers' first quarter to have 45 passing yards at plus 150.
Is there a completion number for Phillip Rivers for the first quarter as well, Kenz? Or just the yardage number?
Only one L in that.
I think it's one L.
The yardage stuff for Phillip Rivers is something I really don't have a strong opinion on. I think completion-wise, though, that 18.5 is a touch low, because it wouldn't shock me if the Colts came out here and were a little bit more aggressive throwing the football, especially on the script. Maybe they take a deep shot, and if they're able to connect down the sidelines, you're able to get over 45.5. But you are paying a bit of a premium. I mean, you look at the over-under for Phillip Rivers tonight, I think it still sits in the high 150s, low 160s. And at 45.5, it doesn't take a math major to figure out That's a little bit steeper than what it would be if we split it, potentially only having 1, maybe 2 possession max. So I can't rubber stamp it. I don't want to go against you there, but it's not a bet that I'm running to make the case for Philip Rivers to kind of have flirtations with 50 plus.
Yeah, I mean, it's plus chicken on that, right? So I think the logic was given if you know what the game plan is going to be, if you're the San Francisco 49ers, you're coming in and you're saying, we got to stop Jonathan Taylor, make Philip Rivers throw the ball. Well, then on the opposite side, Shane Steichen is saying, I know that the San Francisco 49ers are going to try and stop Jonathan Taylor, so let's keep them on their toes and let's throw the ball. So on that first drive, it would not shock me if within those first 3 plays, one of them is a pass across the middle. They're going to attempt it, whether it completes or not. But if you can get a 14-yard completion on that first one, we're so alive in that first quarter because they might have 2 possessions, 2 cracks at the bat there to get 45 and that plus chicken in today's NFL with the talent and the yak.
Woo!
That's
Look,
one Alec Pierce.
I do think there's an opportunity where the Colts lean into the pass to set up the run. So if they're able to throw early while the 49ers are maybe playing 8 guys in the box, or if Shane Steichen really wants to get creative, look, get Jonathan Taylor involved as a receiver if the 49ers are going to sell out to stop the run. And maybe that's where he can lend a little bit of value. I know you guys were talking about Amir Abdullah and him kind of being the 3rd down back with the high volume workload last week. I don't know if that necessarily continues, but seeing Jonathan Taylor catch balls on 1st and 2nd down, I think makes a world of sense to kind of break tendency.
Todd, let me bring you over to this top corner over here. Our first quarter play, which is typically a 10-10, 10 rushing yards for both RB1s parlayed together, which is around typically somewhere like plus 120 to plus 150. Obviously was super, super chalk tonight. So we went 5 and 5. CMC 5+ receiving yards and Jonathan Taylor 5+ receiving yards plus 375.
I don't hate it. Look, it may take 1 catch from Jonathan Taylor. And I think CMC's usage tonight is going to be more as a pass catcher than as a runner. I mean, this is a Colts run defense that's only going to get better, in my opinion, with DeForest Buckner. You look at the yards per carry numbers, the success rate. It's actually been a plus run stopping unit for all the negatives that are said about this defense. So I think CMC's value for Kyle Shanahan is as a receiver more so than as a runner. And it's part of the reason that if I was looking to get involved in some of those Brock Purdy markets, I actually think going over 32.5 passing attempts, despite him not eclipsing this number in each of the last 4 games, is a little bit of a contrarian angle, knowing that Shanahan may want to try and go after that Colts weakness defensively.
It's so funny you say that because upstairs everyone was like under 32.5. Sia liked under 32.5. It was too many passes. Jonathan liked under 32.5, and now Todd comes with the absolute hammer over the head.
I think the thing that's always important to keep in mind when you look at some of the numbers and you do a little bit of that box score surfing that we all do, figuring out where certain players are priced accordingly, you have to keep in mind that the 49ers have won each of their last 4 games all by double digits. So they haven't really been in a neutral game state when we get deep into the second half. And I think the 49ers are smart enough that they trust Brock Purdy in this spot. We all remember what happened the last time on Monday Night Football when Brock Purdy was throwing more to the Carolina Panthers than he was his own team. I don't see the same ball hawking component for the Colts defensively. And look, these are the bets that are always a bit scary because you go out there, Brock Purdy throws 21 times. You go, you know what? I should have trusted what we've seen from the 49ers offense. But usually there's an opportunity to take the contrarian angle. And I think for me tonight, it's Brock Purdy passing attempts.
Before we get you out of here, because this is one that's on the board that I'm curious about, what do you think of his rushing yards? So on Hard Rock, it's 9.5 for Brock Purdy, and then FanDuel, it's like 11.5. How are you reading that, given that he just had like 40 yards on the ground?
So some of the guys that I work with have taken a little bit of a stab on his over for a longest rushing attempt at 7.5 yards. He has been a much more willing runner in recent weeks as the toe injury is getting significantly better. These are markets that are always tough to try and navigate through, but I would be more inclined to make a case for him to go over his number than I would under, especially if the Colts are able to create a little bit of pressure and Brock Purdy wants to sit in the pocket and wait for things to break down around him.
Todd, unfortunately for you, we are so unbelievably aligned on so many things tonight. So you just enjoy the next.
Yeah. I'm going to have to start looking around for my red marker here, and that's probably what I'm going to have to use on my old spreadsheet then, if that's the way this game's going to go.
Yep, we're about to be living rent-free in your head for the next 3 hours.
Well, you know what, Kenz? That's better than living rent-free in my basement like Adam and Mikey have been doing, and I'm glad they decided to shower today, so well done.
You know, it's nice because I just caught your ass because you said on yesterday's stream that you've been charging us rent, and now you just said rent-free, and the truth just came out. So kick his ass out, Striker, okay? Because you can't lie to me because I haven't been paying rent. I will say, Dad, thank you for letting me stay in the basement.
All right, Striker, reveal the first touchdown.
I love you, Todd.
Love you, Todd.
You're the best.
Say it back.
Say it back. Wow,
Juwan!
61%.
A landslide for Juwan.
Oh my God! In today's economy, 61%.
It's probably because he's had 8 million touchdowns the past 2 days.
No gajillion from you.
Nope, just a mil.
That was.
Yeah, that was actually huge.
That was like plus 375. Jonathan Taylor first quarter.
Yeah, wow.
Whoa!
That doesn't feel right. Juwan Jennings is your first touchdown scorer.
Holy shit!
And probably a multi-touchdown scorer because that's what he's been doing.
I feel like in the last couple of weeks, this is the clearest we've been seeing a game, which
I know. What's that about?
doesn't bode well for us.
I don't think so.
Actually, take that back. It bodes incredibly well for us.
I think we got it in the bag, Adam. There.
I love.
Plus 850 for those keeping track at home, but you have to click the button anyway, so you'll find that out yourself.
I really can't stand how much I like this board.
I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah, but you want to know what there's a lot of? There's a lot of one play type of
Right, like this doesn't have to be a full game script.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor can have one breakaway. Purdy can have one long rush. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers, we're asking one good quarter out of him.
We're also asking the fantasy points.
Yeah, that's a passing touchdown essentially.
Alec Pierce long. These are plays.
These are sharp.
Not games. These are sharps.
Chat?
8-11.
8-11 on
Ooh.
Christmas Monday.
Drawl said child support money on the plus 5.5. Well, shout out that kid who will not be having a 2026 for him.
Is crazy. And hopefully a joke, but if not, call him the number.
That's all in fun.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's all in fun. It's all in fun.
What are your Christmas plans? Anyone have a fun tradition they want to share with us? You know what I didn't do? Make gingerbread houses. I used to do that a lot.
You're not going to make gingerbread houses?
Maybe. I don't know what's in store tomorrow.
This might be a fucked up thought. What's the deal with the gingerbread houses? Why do we build the gingerbread house?
Same reason we carve pumpkins and
yeah, but the pumpkin, I feel like you had pumpkins because it would scare away the people in way back when. That was the Halloween tradition, right? Wasn't that the purpose of the pumpkin?
I have a good feeling nobody was scared of a jack-o'-lantern.
Dude, that job.
I have a actually strong feeling that wasn't the reason.
What?
They're good centerpieces. It's just good decoration, you know?
But no one's eating that. No one's eating it, right? What was the purpose?
I hope not. It's like stale candy. Unless you're making a fresh gingerbread house, which kudos to you if you are, because that's never been my family.
The purpose of the pumpkin has evolved from a vital... nope, that's not what I was looking for.
Yeah, probably wasn't.
What was the purpose of the pumpkin on Halloween? See, I was on the money. We carved scary faces into pumpkins to ward off wandering evil spirits and ghosts.
Wow.
Watch this one. What is the purpose of the gingerbread house?
I don't think it was scaring anyone off. I can tell you that.
Well, I don't think it's a scaring anyone off, but maybe it's
Chat, do you have any other best bets or parlays you want to give out to the community before we get out of here?
That's not as cool.
I see one on my laptop.
It's not as cool.
Alec Pierce, 3 receptions. Juszczyk, 2 receptions. Robinson, 8.5 longest rush, plus 17 hundo.
And of all the things we threw on the board, that shit is going to smack.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Kyle Juszczyk, 2 receptions is nuts. Also, that is an all-time profile picture. A Bills Santa shitting on a Patriots toilet.
It's just nice for it not to be a Dolphins toilet. That feels real good.
Yeah, that's huge.
The purpose of the gingerbread house at Christmas is a festive tradition symbolizing home and family. That's boring.
Kicking points, feet props. What's his name? Group?
Group. I am
in a dome?
Well, it's GRUPEs. It's groupie.
Groupie, like a groupie.
Like a groupie.
Kind of weird. I don't like that.
Okay.
All right, chat.
Groupie.
Let's get you out of here.
You're looking very
so
groupie.
You can place your bets. Place your SGB. P with a P.
I feel like
Alec Pierce.
Now that I think about it, groupie would be a great adjective.
Juwan Jennings. And sweet Phillip Rivers, 45 plus passing yards in the first Q, plus 150. If you're feeling cute at home. And if you're not, that's okay.
Wow.
Chat, should we wrap it up here?
Let's wrap it up. But I want you to find a way to use groupie in a sentence to wrap it up.
Okay.
Just let it come to you.
To the underachiever groupies down there. It's been a pleasure of a season. And we'll see you Sunday. They're bad.
I think that was good.
Yes.
We love you so much.
Merry Christmas, chat. We
Have
love you and appreciate your support. Have a wonderful time with your families.
love you. Go make some money.